G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David. Yeah, as I said in previous video, it's springtime here in Melbourne. Really, you're not doing much to anything except really maples and deciduous trees, trimming them up if you've got exotics only. Now, if you do have natives, you'll be doing lots of work on them. Obviously, the natives, repotting time, etc. Lots of work, but I'm only talking about exotics here, and that is mainly junipers, pines and maples. So here's a trident maple, a little trident maple I got on the rock. You see that beautiful roots over rock. Now really all I'm going to do with this tree, you can see the leaf size is way too big for the size of the trunk. So what you want to do is defoliate your tridents. So this is the trident I'm going to just defoliate. So I come in, find the actual stems. So you see the little petolas, I think they're called. You start to cut them off, and that's it. Very easy. Just it's going to make a mess. So usually I like to start at the top, and there's sometimes you get branches way out of place, so you can cut back. So I cut back to it in a bud. That's too long. So just very simple. You can almost clump them together and start cutting them off. It's very easy. So this is the small one I'm going to do, but I'm going to do pretty much any of the larger trees. So I've got this big trident maple to do. It's quite large, so I'm going to do that one as well. So you can see the trees, and I'm going to do that one over the root over rock there. You can do that one as well. That's a Japanese maple. I won't touch that one. And then I'll do the big large one over there. Look, that looks great, but I think if I can get the leaves even smaller, I'll be very happy. So I'm going to do four, at least those four today, and we'll see how we go. So really it's a quick process. Come in, I can almost grab stuff together. Sometimes you got to go in individually, but try and grab it so you don't make a mess. But go in. Now the energy in this tree, in the roots, will have to push more foliage again, okay? So it has to do it. It's just how it is, how it's growing. So we've done the initial flush. Now the whole point is, now it's got to push out again and use up energy. So to do that, and what's going to happen is it's going to push that energy into the tree, into the leaves, and it's almost like back budding on the tree. You're going to get back budding, more and more back budding. And what happens is, the more you do it, the more branchlets you get, more ramification, as they call it, if you hear that word a lot. So more ramification is really more branchlets that you're creating. So the more branchlets means more leaves need to be created. So if the tree's got a certain amount of energy, it's feeding this tree. So it's going to feed it with the same amount of energy, but it's got more branches to feed. Obviously, each branch is going to get an even amount, or try to get an even amount. So what happens is that the leaves are going to get smaller because it's got only a certain amount of energy to feed the tree, and so it's got to evenly do it. So if you, for example, the other way, if you had only one long branch on the tree, these leaves will be triple the size or quadruple the size. It'll be massive because it's only feeding that one branch. And that's how sacrifice branches happen, etc. But when it's got so many branches, the more branches it has means more ramification the tree's got. More ramification means the tree's got to feed the tree evenly, and you're going to get smaller and smaller leaves. So that's pretty much how it happens. I'm going to just keep going and working on this tree. Just cut off all the leaves, and we'll see the difference. And then I might do some trimming back. You could even, if you really wanted to, wire, but I don't want to risk breaking branches this time of the year. They're quite supple because lots of sap is flowing through the branch. Lots of sap's flowing through the branches, so it's much easier to crack at this time of year, I find. And I don't want to be cracking branches at this time of year. I just want to be trimming, creating lots of ramification on the tree, creating smaller and smaller leaves rather than styling at the moment. If I find a dip branch, I'll cut it off and off I go. I'll just keep working away on this. All right, here's the little tree after I have defoliated fully and trimmed it back. You can see the petolas are still on there. But yeah, eventually they will just drop off and new buds will come everywhere. And I'll show you an update when it's done and when it's come back. Probably needs a month or so before all the leaves are back out fully. So we'll see how it looks after that. But there you go. That's the little one done. Now I'm going to do this big monster. That's going to take me a lot longer to do. But yeah, we'll get through all those leaves and so on. Let's have a look. Alright, now here's the larger one, all done as well. So I can keep moving through the trees. The best thing is you allow light into all the branches and you get light on the inside, on the inner buds. And that's another thing great about defoliation at this time of year in spring, is you allow the light to get in and hopefully get all those back buds starting to happen. So you can reduce the outer branches and bring the tree in closer and more tighter and build up more ramification. Okay, I'll finish off the other ones. Also going to get this one done. It's just a bit uneven growth on the leaves, so I'm gonna get that one done. I mentioned I'm going to do this one and we'll have a look at what they look like afterwards. Alright, so here they all are. Now you can probably just see I've left a few on the inner shoots on the weak branches. So you can leave the little small weak ones on the weak branches, if that makes sense. This one totally defoliated and this one pretty much defoliated. I left those because if you saw my previous video of my garden walkthrough, that area was eaten by possums and that was the new growth that came out, so I left that on. But anytime there's a weak area on a branch, I've left the inner buds because I want those branches to stay strong. Okay, so that's the only thing I've done that's a bit different, but now it's all stark. Just wait for them to come back. They're the three big ones that I just did. I hope that helped you guys. I'll do an update when these are back in leaf so you can see the difference and how they look after defoliation. All right, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you next time.